Time, literally one of the most important factor in our day-to-day activities. Like, it's not only in our day-to-day activities itself, it's kind of like the most important stuff for trading. And will I even say they lied to us when they said, the most volatility in the market happens during opening or closing of trading session? Yeah, I would say that's like a big fat lie. Well, I would say I would have believed that like 2 years ago, 2 years back or 3 years back, that when a particular session is opening, when a particular session is closing, that's when the most volatility happens. But not in this current age and time, guys, and I'm going to prove that to you guys. So this video is going to be an update of the 3 p.m. strategy, gold strategy I literally made like a few months back. I'm sure you guys are familiar with me, putting up together a gold strategy that has to do with trading by 3 p.m. 3 p.m. WAT, which is West African time. So I just really want to give an update that that strategy doesn't work again. Now, it's not like the strategy doesn't work again, guys. But let's just say there's like a version 2.0, and I've kind of figured out that this stuff doesn't just happen during 3 o'clock or during 3 p.m. It happens in other periods and it happens in other times. So without further ado, I'm going to definitely show you guys and update you guys on what I've been working on. And I've kind of figured out that 3 p.m. is not just the time to get volatility or to get good trades or setup in the market. There are also different times than a lot of stuff can happen in the market. So without further ado, let's dive straight into the chart so I can definitely show you guys. Let's go. Alright guys, so as a time of shooting this particular video right here, I think gold is currently at 3182 or thereabout. So there have been sales, of course, since 12 o'clock. So let me just quickly show you guys what I'm trying to say. So since 12 o'clock, as you guys can see right here, so price was consolidating. Like, I didn't even bother taking any trade right here. And if you look closely right here from the H4, price just broke a major resistance level. So price have been trying to break this level ever since forever. Price came back here, test this level, came back here, test this level, and then gave this confirmation. And then a lot of people were in on buys, but I'm sure they have taken LSLs on this particular one. So right here, guys, sell literally, price was consolidating, and then still broke out of this box, and then the sell started picking up by 12 o'clock. So this is my time right here, Lagos time, WAT. Now, I'm not saying you guys should use candlestick, how the candlestick closes to project your buys or sells during this specific time. What I'm saying is that I'm not saying you should not use price action. What I'm literally saying is that we could actually be patient enough to wait for when probably a new 1 hour candlestick is closing, either by 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 8 o'clock, anytime. Just literally wait for that particular 1 hour candlestick to close, and then once a new 1 hour candlestick forms, either by 3, 4 o'clock, and then it aligns with your price action strategy, that should serve as an ultimate conviction, an ultimate judgment for you to take that particular trade. Now, let's just dive into some of these charts. So this is unscripted, and I'm just going to show you guys what I'm seeing on the chart for this particular time strategy. So that being said, of course, we know that this was a major resistance level, right? So we'll mark that out. And then these sales started picking up by 12 o'clock. Let's take, for instance, you still miss this sale by 12 o'clock, right? So price dropped, you miss the sale by 12 o'clock. You'll be projecting that, okay, by 1 o'clock, let me see what price does. By 1 o'clock, price are literally broken this resistance level, this price level that price has been retesting ever since. Price has broken this particular level. So now let's take, for instance, as price broke this level, you took your sales by 3 o'clock or by 3 or 4, anytime, and then your stop was just above this level right here. I've literally gotten at least a 1 to 12 risky rewarding trade right here if you are aggressive. And then probably if you are not, even though your stop is right at this point, you get at least a 1 to 2.5 for this particular trade. And who knows, price might even still continue dropping. But of course, the ideal place would be for you to set your stops right here. Now, as if that's not good of an example enough. Now, let's take, for instance, this right here. This right here, these sales right here started picking up by 1 o'clock. As you guys can see right here, 1 o'clock, 1000. sell started picking up what by 1 o'clock. Now let's take for instance, you wait for this one to close and then you even took your entry right here, probably after seeing a break of structure or the likes. Yeah, let's take for instance, you took your entry right here. Sorry about that. I think my network. So you took your sell right here after this, and then you put your stops right above this eye after this break of structure right here, and then this trade will have literally gotten you what, at least a 1 to 3.5 risk rewarding trade just by using this time strategy that I'm doing. And this sales started picking up about by 1 o'clock. Now, if this even goes on and on too, let's even take for instance this one right here. This trade, right, this particular trade right here, this sales started picking up by 8 a.m. So around West African time, this is going to be opening of what? Opening of London session, 8 a.m. You guys can see immediately 8 a.m. reach. Price just literally started dropping, guys. This is crazy because I've kind of like figured this out a lot of time, and I've actually used these strategies to send signals and make some couple of wins in this trade. So I'm not going to lie with you guys, and that's why I'm literally saying that you guys should not say that because this time strategy is something that you need, so you're not going to input it with price action. No, she definitely input you in price action. As you guys can see, there was like something like an evening star before the drop even started, and I'm sure a lot of traders were in on buys, thinking that price was going to fill this gap right here. So of course there were projections that before any drop will happen, price will come back to correct itself and fill this gap at least before drops will happen. So immediately price did what? Immediately price 8 o'clock reach. It broke this. This might have never been a valid trend, but price just literally dropped aggressively. Now let's take for instance, you didn't even enter around here. You took your entry right here. You could have still, if you're on the aggressive side, you could have still gotten at least a 1 to 7 to even a larger, to at least a 1 to 10 safe. And if you are not aggressive, you are more on the conservative side, you have set your stop loss right here and get at least a 1 to 3 weeks reward just by using this time strategy. Now it still goes on and on, guys. It still goes on and on. Just look for any sales guy and show me. This one right here happened around 2. This one right here happened around 2. Now let's take for instance, you're using supply and demand, support and resistance, blah blah blah, and this stuff. Metal price came back here, tapped to this resistance level. By 2 o'clock, it gave this bullish engulfing candlestick. Is it bullish engulfing candlestick now, or just say like a very huge bullish candlestick? And now let's take for instance, you took your sales after what? After the candlestick closure, or after 5 minutes of you observing the 2 o'clock move. Is it 1 to 5 or 1 to 6 on this particular one? It still goes on and on, guys. It still goes on and on. This move right here, it really happened around 6 o'clock. Now let's take for instance, of course you didn't enter around 6. Let's take for instance, you were waiting for what? A major change of character or a major confluence for you to get your particular entry. Now let's see. Price broke out of this level, and around 7 o'clock or 5 o'clock, it literally shows that price had broken out of this level. Now let's take for instance, you took your entry around 5 o'clock. Yeah, I think 5 o'clock was around here, right? After all this move had still happened, and then you set your SL right here, you could have still gotten at least a 1 to 6 on this particular one, because price still ended up dropping massively, even after probably missing around this 4 o'clock move. Yeah, because I think this sale started around 4 o'clock. So this is just 6:10. The sale started around 6:10. So this is just to show you guys that these times are very much of a great importance, and it still goes on and on. I can sit down here, show you guys example for this. This sale right here picked up around 1 o'clock. Around 1 o'clock, there was a massive bearish move, and then price started dropping. I don't know when this one started though, but as you guys can see, it was around 9:55. Still around 10 o'clock, price gave this gap and even dropped. So this particular time, the time that are telling us that some of these moves happen around this particular time, some of these moves happen around this, I think it's just cap, guys. It's just cap. Any of this move can happen anytime. Same thing applies to buys too. So this is not only for sales, because I'll be showing you guys sales around 2 o'clock. You guys can see 2 o'clock. This was 0155. Around 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. price started buying aggressively. Now let's take for instance, immediately you saw what? Immediately you saw this break of structure right here. Price breaking this previous high, or breaking out of this word of this major consolidation. Yeah, major consolidation level. Instead of you saw this move and it was aligning with your time again. It was aligning with your time strategy again. Set your SA right here. You could have easily gotten a 1 to 5 or a 1 to 4 there about. On this particular one, it still goes on unknown. Let's see when this one happened. This one happened around 9. Yeah, you can see right here. This one happened around 9. So around 9 a.m. Around 9 a.m. in the morning. So this is actually opening of what? Opening of London session. Okay, this one aligned with what? Opening of session. Around 9 a.m. price gave move. But of course, you are not just entering blindly, because the candlestick 9 a.m. even shows was kind of like an evening star slash, a doji candlestick. It didn't kind of like even give any signal as to where it was dropping. So if you zoom in closely, you see that price formed a little eye right here. And immediately price broke out of this eye, which was also aligning with what? With 9 a.m. price started buying aggressively. Now I'm not trying to pinpoint or say that you guys should just buy immediately or just do whatever chart is showing you immediately a particular time reach. No, price could literally just start selling. It's not crazy. It's not like compulsory that it must have to do with a buy. That's why you guys have seen that I'm applying market structure, even while showing you guys some of these examples. I'm not taking any trade blindly or saying that any candlestick that any time shows, because this is on the 5 minutes. If you go up to the 15 minutes now, the candlestick that a particular time might show after the 15 minutes might be bearish, while on the 5 minutes it might be bullish. So that's why I'm not using any particular time, guys. Use market structure and confluences with this particular. All I'm just pinpointing is that time matters, right? And I've proven this to you guys with multiple examples. Let's see when this sell. See when these sales happen. Happened around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So around 4 o'clock in the price was buying, around 4 o'clock in the price started consolidating, and then boom, gave what? This massive bearish candlestick. Immediately this massive bearish candlestick happened. Let's say even we waited for price to even take out this low right here. Then you took your entry right here, probably above this high, or thinking there was going to be another, so that set your stop loss around here for a profitable risk to what? At least you want to 3 on this one still. And it still goes on and on, guys. It still goes on and on and on. I literally sit down here and continue showing you guys examples for days. When did this drop start? This drop started around 1 o'clock. You can still continue. When did this particular drop to start? This drop started, or when did this break of structure? This drop started around what? Around 9 a.m. Or it started around 8 a.m. actually. It started around 8 a.m. A fake buy started around 8 a.m. But price didn't break any level, right? Because this was the previous high right here, and then this was the previous low right here. Or let's take for instance, there was even this low right here. But of course, 8 a.m. I hadn't reached. At 8 a.m. this buy started. So now let's take for instance, now you enter blindly. You said because Deep said once 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. once this bearish candlestick buys or something, then you should take a buy. No, I didn't say that, guys. Use market structure. There were no extra confluences. This was the major high that was yet to be broken, and then price got to this particular high and then respected it. And at around 9 o'clock, there was this shift in momentum. Price had taken out this low already. But this was not a major low. This is the major low right here, because as you can see, immediately price took out this major low right here, just started dipping aggressively. So I don't know what is tripping with my network, guys. But where was that our trade again? That was a nice setup though. Yeah, all right. So as I was saying, immediately price broke out of this particular level. Price started selling, and the sell literally picked up around 9 o'clock, around 9 a.m., which was opening of London session. So it could happen, guys. When did this buy pick up? This buy picked up around 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not opening of any session. It's not closing of any session. It is near the close on. This is near the opening of New York session, but it's not the opening of New York session. But the buy picked up around 3 o'clock. Around 3 o'clock, you see a massive sell happened, and then as 3 o'clock reached, price opened a candlestick, and then it just started buying. Now let's take for instance, using the price action I showed you guys. This was the previous high, right? So price hasn't broken it. You cannot just enter blindly right here because you don't even know what is going to happen. If that price was going to break this level or what, take out this level. So you don't just enter blindly. And immediately price took out this high. You guys can see right here. Immediately price took out this high. Boom, just shut up. It gave you about a 1 to 4 weeks rewarding trade. So this is just crazy, guys. Just continue showing you guys example upon examples upon examples. Still going to give us the same thing. Price literally started buying right here around what? Around 5. Around 3 o'clock. Around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Price just started buying, and then it picked up afterwards after taking out this particular high. So I could just go on and on and be showing you guys an example, guys, but still, it will still be the same thing. When did this sale start? This started around 2 o'clock. So this is just to show you guys that I'm not just talking blindly, guys. I'm not just talking blindly, and I feel that this time strategy, if you implement it with what? If you implement it with your price action slash even any strategy, it doesn't necessarily have to be you trading pure price action. It could be trading ICT itself. Just do whatever you do, guys, and implement this time strategy. And I believe at the end of the day, you definitely get results. All right, guys. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. So I just quickly wanted to make an update because it won't be nice of me sharing with you guys a 3 o'clock strategy. I said it's only 3 o'clock that this thing works. Now, it actually works in other time frames. Like there's never a specific time that this stuff works, right? It changes from time to time. It could literally be any time that it peaks. It could be 2 o'clock, it could be 2 a.m., it could be 3 a.m., it could be any time. It could be 4 p.m., anytime you choose this. But so just use this in confluence with your price action or your strategy. And I believe you see some changes or some improvements on your trades. So without further ado, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys at the next one. Peace.